Okay, we're back again.
This is
This one,
part 54 now, right?
yes,
I think Susan and I now agreed
yes,
on all the
yes,
parts.
okay.
Okay.
This went quite
And it's
smoothly.
June. No, it's we have to let's say the date this way people have an
Yes.
idea when all in
Uh-huh.
case
Yes, anything happens.
It's June 5th, 2012.
Okay, we're going to continue with our horrific, terrifying story of what happened to us in the last couple of days. After we had that terrifying experience with the at Vernon, Connecticut, with Staples, with the office manager saying that he doesn't have circulars, okay, and then we go outside and we see the lethal cult there with the head cult leader there with his black Escalade. Um, you could literally understand. I felt like I was going to throw up. I mean, it's too much for me.
It's
Actually,
out of hand.
It actually makes you black out.
It does.
It makes you get dizzy.
It gets your stomach. It makes a sick feeling.
It makes you feel.
It's.
And this is not even the worst yet. This was minor to what we're going to tell you.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're not living, like you're living in the Twilight Zone.
You're not living in America.
Okay, first of all, there were so many shocks that happened to us between my mother dying, which is with me all the time, okay, and all the past experiences. I mean, and also while this is taking place, okay, I told you that I applied for state subsidies with the state of Vermont for health insurance and what's the other thing, Joe? And food stamps, which we never thought we'd be on. Okay, and we're not food stamp people. We have money, but the cult with Phyllis Line 1 and the police have our money. Anyway, the state of Vermont is totally corrupt. Okay, they're hardly giving us anything. And I had to call them today to really tell them this has to stop. Okay? Supposedly, for the very first time, I spoke to 2 representatives who were miraculously very cooperative and sincere, supposedly. We don't know. And they said they're going to have us come down with a reputable, legitimate representative to straighten out this chaotic fraud that is taking place because they don't want to give us money from the state, okay, and treat us the right way like other U.S. citizens who are in this low-income bracket. But you know what? We don't trust anything. It could all be a lethal game. Okay, time will tell. But the state of Vermont is very liable for what they have done to us.
It's shameful.
It's shameful. It's pathetic. Shameful. It's pathetic. Anyway, we want to get back to what happened last week. We wake up the next morning. We're both like exhausted, tired. We don't feel well. We have headaches.
We didn't have that much sleep at all.
We feel out of it. We can't even sleep. Okay, if I sleep, all I dream about is this Nazi regime. I can't have pleasant dreams. It's all about, I think about death. Death is like in me. It's terrible. We need to be released from it. Anyway, we wake up the next morning, okay? We get dressed. We go out. What do we decide to do? Where'd we go first, Joe?
We went to the... Yeah, actually, we went to this mall. Sears.
We went to a beautiful mall.
Yeah. That's what we started talking previously.
Located in Manchester, Vermont. You would think that no crimes.
And there's a whole area. It's all different type of stores. I mean, you can find.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful mall.
Yes.
So we figured, we know that Staples is corrupt. They're playing. Okay, these are the stores that are definitely corrupt. Staples, Office Max, Target, Walmart, Radio Shack.
Yeah, PC Richards. Also.
PC Richards. What else?
We have to Best Buy.
Best Buy. Every conceivable store where you can buy a computer and a 4G, you can't buy. They either hide them or they give you counterfeit. Okay? Just like they give me counterfeit insulin.
And then Susan wants to return the counterfeit insulin.
You can't.
You can't return it.
Novo Nordisk will not return it. Your pharmacist will not take it back. Your pharmacist tells you, Greg in Price Chopper, I know it's wrong, but I have to call Nova Nordisk and I have to give them your name. And when I give them your name, they're not going to take it back. And I tell Greg, why are you giving me my name? Why are you doing this? All you have to do is take it back. He said, no, I'm sorry. I can't do that. Although he knows it's wrong.
Right. Well,
And he does other things also that are wrong. But I don't want to get it into the pharmaceutical field right now, which is very important. Okay? Anyway,
we go to Sears.
we go to Sears.
We go to
and
the
we
computer
figured
department.
we're starting with a new store. Maybe
Yeah, maybe there's a...
maybe we'll be able to get a legitimate computer there. You know what? We're tight for money, but we can't even look into the price. We can't shop around because we don't have the choice of where to get the best price, where to get the best sale, because the cult is always
At
with
this
us.
point in time,
24/7.
under this corruption, under this regime,
24/7.
we don't have the liberty and
Right.
the luxury to do what normal United States citizen
No.
can do.
You got these gangsters following you
They follow you
all
constantly.
over the place.
They watch you. They they smirk at you sometimes. You look at them again.
And they're
it's
made up of a
disgusting.
lot of foreigners. And wherever we go, also, and I always point it out to Joe, we see a lot of Indians, with the long dresses and the scarves and
it's not saying
no, there are some
saying,
very nice Indians,
right.
but no, please, Joe.
Right.
But it's noted that the Indians, which are Arabs, make a good part of this cult because they're terrorists. Okay? And wherever we go, we see these Indians. These Indians are not the good Indians. Okay? I once had an Indian friend. She was wonderful. Okay? But we're not talking about the good Indians. We're talking about the Indians that are terrorists. A lot of them are here illegally, and the police make deals with them. Okay? And they get rich from them.
Talking about the thugs.
Right. So anyway, okay, because there's some wonderful Indians. A lot of Indian sites picked us up.
And a lot of them are very smart
I'm not
people, very educated
and no, I
people.
am not prejudiced. I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese. The main thing to me is that you're a good moral person. Okay?
Skin color doesn't mean a
Skin
thing.
color doesn't mean a thing. But
Nothing
we
at
all
all.
know that there's many Indians that are Arabs that are terrorists. And these are the ones that we are talking about.
Right.
And they follow us.
We just want to clarify this.
And it's frightening. Okay, Joe, let's get to the point.
Let's get to the point, yes.
Okay,
And
anyway, so we go to Sears Roebuck. Okay. And we see computers there. Well, actually, we didn't. We saw actually an Acer.
Right.
The Aces are always around. The small notebooks.
The little note. Yeah, one or two, I think. That's
Yeah.
about it.
So we speak to this so-called sales lady. So-called. Read my lips. And she's trying to be very nice and helpful. And she says, "Oh, we may have a Toshiba. It's on clearance. I don't know if he sold it yet. Let me check." She looks on her computer screen. She says, "Oh, we sold it." And then she's hemming and hawing there. Then she says, "Oh, I may have two Aces that are on clearance." Now, the usual price for an Acer is $249. They don't go on clearance. They're desirable small little notebooks for people that want a small little computer that they can carry around with them.
Right.
You never see Aces on clearance unless there's something wrong with them. Well, you know that Susan and Joseph Tropeano always get the wrong things, like counterfeit Aces. So, and I told Joe that someone's going to offer us a price that you can't resist.
Yeah.
I told him that
you can't
before we
refuse.
came, because we predict what this cult does. And that's why maybe we haven't been killed yet. But, you know what? When you hear how they tried to poison us twice this week, okay, it's frightening. Anyway, we're back to the Aces. Okay, so I said, "Can I please see one of them?" She says, "Well, okay, hold on a minute. I got to run somewhere." So we're standing in the store for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
She ran somewhere.
She just
She
disappears.
disappears.
So we're waiting.
So I said to Joe, "This is typical. Okay, she disappeared from the scene. Where is she?"
Okay, now, while we are waiting,
Yes.
okay,
Oh, yes.
right in front
Go
of us,
ahead.
as we are standing, in front of us, there's a display of like those video games. And we see this individual, right?
Yes. Yes.
Coming in, young
A
guy,
male.
a man. It was a
Yeah.
young man. You know, like very
Unkempt with
very
his with
unkempt.
his with his pants falling
You got
down.
this
One of
type of
those,
those pants that usually that fall down. Looks like
right. You see their underwear,
right,
which they think is very
very
trendy to
very
wear.
cool. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh
guess
huh.
you have to be.
Yeah.
And he had like some earrings on his face, like a little goatee, I believe, a very thin goatee. Anyway, he's looking around at the video game. At the same time,
No, he's just standing there.
no, yeah, standing and
You
looking.
always notice.
He's standing by and also taking a look at the video games and also looking at us.
Yes.
He was not, he was like
Yeah. And they
very
usually, yeah.
nonchalantly.
And you always know because they just hang out and they're not doing anything but standing there pretending they're looking.
Right.
So, me,
Now, at one point, what he does, I saw him like he just bends down and he stood there for a while.
right, because
making,
he doesn't make it, because
Make
you
you
look
believe
at
that he
him.
left.
Yes.
And he was there for like for 2 minutes.
Yes.
Just we just lost sight of him. Last time I just saw his head go down.
Right.
I figure he's got to be bending down.
Right, they hide.
So all of a sudden, right, Susan decides to go.
Yeah, well, I'm the brazen one, okay? Joe always tells me, but you want to know something?
Because I didn't think this guy was too kosher looking.
I need to get rid of them, okay? And I know I'm wrong. Joe was right, but I act on impulse. So I go over to him and I pretend I work in the store, and I say
all of a sudden he appears. As Susan goes around the corner, he appears.
So I go over to him and I said, "Can I help you?" I said, "It seems like you're a little puzzled. You don't know what you're looking for. What are you looking for?" So he actually tells me, "I'm looking for so and so a game." I said to him, "Well, we don't carry this here. Why don't you try Radio Shack? I think they have it there." So he goes, "Oh, okay," and he looks at me. This look, it's the typical corruption look. So then I said, "I'll give you a hint. I know who you are, and leave now." So what they usually do is they run off like rats.
He ran off, but he gave you a really dirty look.
Yes.
As he ran off.
Yes, he ran off,
with a
and he
dirty
gave
look.
me a real dirty look, like I'm gonna get you. And when you hear this whole story, you will hear how it turned into violence. Anyway, okay, we got rid of him for the time being.
For the time being.
All of a sudden,
we got rid of him.
The so-called sales lady, okay, who wasn't the sales lady, as you will realize as this story reveals, okay, comes back and she says, "Okay, we have the Acer. Okay, do you want it?" So I said, didn't we tell you we want to see it? "Oh, you can't see it because it's caged in another part of the store and you have to go pick it up there."
I said, but we wanted to look at what are we buying.
Right.
I just can't,
So she said, "Do you want it?" I said, "You mean we can't see it?" "No, you can't see it." So I kicked Joe, okay, with a little kick, okay, meaning this is corrupt. And we said, "No, I don't think we want it."
So at that point, listen, at that point, what we do is we decided, to leave.
Yes.
That's what we do. So
and then we were talking about, first we saw it in the
mall. So we were like, at that point we were like, and we walked into the mall, which was like, the mall entrance was like about, like a couple hundred feet away. So we walk into the mall.
No, wait. Bear in mind, the mall was basically empty. Because it's during the week, people are working.
Yeah, it was very quiet.
We always noticed the cult. Because the cult basically drive with two men. And there's a lot of two men walking up and down the lobby of the mall. No, this is important.
Right, okay.
Okay, the cult filtrated in the mall. And I said to Joe, when you see two men and they don't look like nice people. They look like devils. They got this mean look on their face, like they own the world. Okay, and they own you. You could just spot them.
So as you're walking, so we spotted this individuals. At the same time, as you're walking, they have they have little rest areas with couches. And guess who we see? Our friend there that was looking at the video game that Susan told him, I know who you are. And he turns as you're walking.
No, but he's also sitting with two older men. There's a lot of older men in this cult. Okay, they're old men who believe in killing human people.
Okay, so he looks at us and he gives us again this dirty look, and he's turning his
Joe,
head.
the time is we're gonna come right back.
So yeah, we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue very soon. Thank you again for listening.
We'll
Please.
be right back, hopefully.
Yes. Please help us.
Please help us.
Thank you.